think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's Winston. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down.
Ready.
Winston.
Quick slant completes into Njoku.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
4th down, Winston. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. A first carry now. This is Williams. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Javonte Williams with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
And they're in on the first play from scrimmage. Our crew and you and I, we better strap in here.
That's what's commonly known as quick strike. Points on the board. This could be a fun game.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Ready.
Winston now.
Screen play setting it up for Mitchell.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Ready.
Jameis to throw it.
Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Throwing, Winston. He's got Allen. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
Ready.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. David Njoku, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Wizards are an extra point away from evening this one up.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They'll go play action with Nix.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Adam Troutman, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. When you look at this defense,
they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now it's Nix.
And his throw is incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Nix to the air.
And that will be incomplete as well.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
They're going. It's Nix.
He sets to fire deep. He's got a man. Complete. 4th down conversion plays. You
1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Okay,
So
ready?
after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Go track. Go track.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Ready, ready?
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this. To get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Ready? Mustang 19. Go.
To throw is Nix. And it'll be intercepted. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Let me go.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2nd quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ready.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, He's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does. He
packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Touchdown! David Njoku with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
To throw, here's Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows your defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Now Winston. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready? Follow. Let him go.
To throw, Winston. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. Throwing Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Working out of the gun is Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Here's Nix. That's taken in left side by Vele.
And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards.
And the Dragons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Jameis going to change things up. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Into space at the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
That's caught left side by Judy. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll throw again. Winston flushed out right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And that'll be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's taken in by Franklin. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown! A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Dragons have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Dragons 21, Wizards 17. Will Lutz set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Ready.
Final play of the half here. Winston. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. Avoids him at the 40. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Let's go now.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Rolling to his right. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's taken down inside the 30.
13 yards on the play.
Winston. They set up the screen to Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Ready.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Flip, flip, flip.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's a
Green, Timothy.
Chubb will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Ready?
Winston sneaking it, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Wizards have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. This quick pass complete to Sutton. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Nix, open man, and again it's Sutton. And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sigh of relief.
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 32 yards. And the Dragons have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Jameis to throw it.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant. The offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
We want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on it. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Green, 17. Ready. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
In motion comes the tight end left. Winston now.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
A beautiful span and room to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Hey, stop.
Jameis going to shift him around.
Let him go.
Throwing, Winston.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Again, it's Winston. Allen's got it complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
On first down, they'll run with Joe.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Where do we go?
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Where do we go?
Now Winston. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Ready?
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play...
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston.
And the Wizards have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
In motion left goes Sutton. They'll go play action with Nix. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. Big strides, look at him go.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Adam Troutman,
70 yards.
And the Dragons use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Ready. Green, triple T.
To throw, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Down to the 25.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
Ready. Follow.
Here's Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Wizards answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Nix to the air.
Escaping the pressure right.
He'll get that complete to Franklin.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
They'll look to throw. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Work to do here with a crowd at fever pitch. 3rd and 9.
He'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Williams is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Williams. Touchdown. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready?
Winston.
Able to find Judy.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now Winston. That's out to Chudd, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all, because when you look at this offensive unit, they are...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. One last shot now for Winston. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Tokyo, their chances of finishing over 500, they remain alive as they move to 6-8 on the year.
And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for Tokyo,
the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.